Is it just me? Or does finding a job right now feel like an impossible task? You spend hours polishing your resume, writing personalized cover letters, and sending out dozens of applications only to hear nothing. Crickets. It's frustrating, demoralizing, and honestly, a little scary. If you're feeling this way, I want you to know you are absolutely not alone. The job market has gotten incredibly tough, and it's not because you're not qualified or not trying hard enough. The reality is, there are powerful forces at play that are completely changing the game. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and look at the three huge reasons why landing a job has become so difficult. And more importantly, we'll talk about what this means for you and how you can navigate this new, challenging landscape. Trust me, understanding the why is the first step to figuring out the how. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in. The first major player in this story might not surprise you: artificial intelligence. We've all seen the headlines about AI changing the world, but its impact on the job market is happening faster than many of us expected. Think about entry-level roles, especially in fields like software development, content writing, or even graphic design. In the past, companies would hire junior employees and train them up. Now, many are rethinking that strategy. Why? Because a single, experienced professional, armed with powerful AI tools, can often produce the work of several junior team members. They can use AI to write code, draft articles, or create initial designs in a fraction of the time. This doesn't mean AI is taking everyone's job, but it is raising the bar. Companies are prioritizing candidates who already have a few years of experience and who know how to effectively use these new technologies. For recent graduates or people trying to switch careers, this is a huge hurdle. The traditional entry points are shrinking, and the competition for those few spots is fiercer than ever. It's a technological shift that's fundamentally changing what employers are looking for, and it's happening right now. Now, let's talk about the second factor, which is a bit more behind the scenes, but just as impactful: political and economic uncertainty. Imagine you're a CEO of a large company. You're looking at the global stage and seeing all sorts of question marks. There's talk of new trade wars, which could suddenly make your products more expensive to manufacture or sell overseas. There are upcoming elections that could lead to completely different government policies on everything from taxes to regulations. When the future is this cloudy, what do? The safest option is often to just wait. And that's exactly what many businesses are doing. They're putting a freeze on hiring. They're not creating new positions or even backfilling roles when people leave. They're holding on to their cash and waiting for the dust to settle, for the global landscape to become more predictable. This creates a bottleneck in the job market. Even healthy, profitable companies are hesitating to expand their teams because they're worried about what might happen next quarter or next year. So, while you're out there looking for a job, many potential employers are in a holding pattern, which means fewer opportunities are available for everyone. It's a frustrating game of wait and see, and job seekers are the ones caught in the middle. The third piece of this puzzle is what economists call a post-pandemic correction. This one requires us to look back a little bit. Remember 2021 and 2022. After the initial shock of the pandemic, the economy came roaring back. Governments had pumped trillions of dollars into the system through stimulus packages. Interest rates were at rock bottom, and businesses were desperate to hire. It was the era of the Great Resignation, where it seemed like everyone was getting a new, better-paying job. Job postings were at all-time highs. But here's the thing: that wasn't normal. It was an unusual, supercharged hiring frenzy fueled by unique circumstances. Now, the party is over. Interest rates have gone way up to fight inflation, making it more expensive for companies to borrow money and expand. Those government stimulus packages have run out. So, what we're seeing now is a return to something closer to historical averages. The massive number of job openings has come back down to earth. From an economist's perspective, this isn't necessarily a crisis. It's a correction. The economy is cooling off. But for anyone who started their job search in the last year or so, it feels like hitting a brick wall. The market has shifted from a candidate's market to an employer's market, and that transition has been swift and brutal. So, when you put all three of these pieces together, you get the perfect storm we're in today. On one hand, you have AI fundamentally changing the skills required for many jobs and squeezing out entry-level positions. On the other hand, you have widespread political and economic uncertainty causing companies to slam the brakes on hiring. And layered on top of all that, you have the natural but painful economic cooldown after the post-pandemic hiring boom. It's a multi-front battle for job seekers. It's not just about competing with other people anymore. You're competing against new technology, against global instability, and against a shrinking pool of available jobs. This isn't meant to discourage you, but to validate what you're feeling. It is harder. The decline in job postings is real and significant. What we're experiencing is a major structural shift. The combination of these technological and economic forces means that the job market is likely to remain highly competitive for the foreseeable future. This isn't a temporary blip. It's the new normal we need to learn how to navigate. So, what can you actually do about it? Knowing the reasons is one thing, but surviving this market is another. First, you have to adapt. If AI is changing the game, you need to learn how to play. Start learning how to use AI tools relevant to your field. Whether it's ChatGPT for writing, Midjourney for design, or Copilot for coding, being able to list AI proficiency on your resume is no longer a bonus. It's becoming a necessity. Frame yourself not as someone who can be replaced by AI, but as someone who can leverage AI to be more productive and valuable. Second, networking has never been more important. When companies are only hiring for essential roles, they're less likely to take a chance on a random resume. They're going to rely on referrals and trusted connections. Your in is going to be through people. So get on LinkedIn, go to industry events, reach out for informational interviews, build genuine relationships. It's a slow process, but it's the single most effective way to get your foot in the door in a tight market. Finally, be flexible and strategic. Maybe your dream job at a big tech company isn't realistic right now. Look at smaller companies, different industries, or even contract roles that can help you build experience. The key is to keep learning, keep connecting, and keep moving forward, even if the path looks different than you originally planned. The job search journey can be incredibly isolating and take a real toll on your mental health. If you're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or depressed, please know that it's okay to seek help. Talking to a therapist or a counselor can provide you with tools to manage the stress and stay resilient. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, or NAMI, have resources and local support groups. Your well-being is the most important thing, so don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, your career is a marathon, not a sprint. This is a tough season, but it will not last forever. By understanding the forces at play and adapting your strategy, you can get through this. You have value, you have skills, and the right opportunity is out there. It just might take a little more time and a different approach to find it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you some clarity and a bit of hope. It's a tough world out there, but we're all in it together. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on navigating your career in this crazy modern world. Let me know your own job search experiences in the comments below. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.